Hi Taurus. We are doing your weekly reading for July 12th through the 18th. As always, we're going to take a look at the person on your mind, their feelings and intentions for you this week, what their next move is going to be. If there's anything hidden, we will sort that out as well, and we'll get you some advice at the end. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with Taurus, please, for the week of July 12th through the 18th. Your messages for Taurus, please. Okay, Taurus. Here we go. All right. You definitely have a partnership here that looks like it's maybe going no contact, or you guys are in separation. There's been a lot of pain and hurt and betrayal. That's what I'm seeing here. You have the Six of Swords for what's going on. That speaks to someone moving away from an intense situation into something much calmer. It is like the calm after the storm, like going into a better place. And that was challenged by the 10 of Wands. Someone here feels like they're at their wits' end, just taking on too much, basically. For your person's feelings this week, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, as somebody's feelings, is they're feeling sad, grief, a lot of regret, potentially. We're going to clarify all of this. Their intentions this week is the Ten of Swords. It tells me they're down. They're definitely hurting. But you know, it ain't over till it's over. For your person, they're showing up here as the Two of Cups. They still see you as together. They don't see you as separated, even though it looks like something here has created quite the rift. Their next steps towards you is the Devil. What's that about? They're coming in with some toxic energy. This could mean they're coming in for very selfish reasons. Like if they come to you and tell you something, it's selfish. It's a total selfish disregard of everybody else. You, what you don't see coming, have Justice. I mean, what goes around comes around, right? Maybe that's your person doesn't see that coming. We'll clarify it. And then you have the Page of Swords here as your advice. But let's see, what is the Six of Swords about here? Seems like Taurus this week is going to be better than the previous. Whatever's happened here, you feel like you're getting into a better place with it. Maybe you have friends and family to lean on. Clarify the Six of Swords, please, for Taurus. That's clarified with, you can see this, the Six of Swords. The Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, you know, it just looks like some shit hit the fan. And, you know, after going through it for a bit, you're coming out on the other side and thinking like, oh my God, what a relief. It feels really good to not be in that situation anymore. Why is the Ten of Wands here for the challenge? The challenge is it, my mercy. The challenge here is you need to figure out a way to lighten your load. Like, you can't take it all on yourself, you know what I mean? It seems like you're pretty fed up here, something. That's clarified with, what is happening here? The Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands. You get the Queen of Pentacles and the World card. Yeah, you know, I think this, whatever has happened here, it is moving you on to better things, and you already know it. It's not a secret. It's the world with the Ten of Wands is like, okay, something's done, and now I'm gonna hit the reset button and just start it all over again. I don't know if that's with this person. It seems like it might be with this person. If you guys might be saying like, let's let bygones be bygones, but their energy is still very upset. They see you as together, but they're very unhappy about it. There's something, let's see, what has happened here? Why do we have the Two of Cups for the person on Taurus mind this week? You get the Five of Wands, the Sun, and the Nine of Cups. You know, this might be somebody who either sees whatever went down here as like not that big of a deal. Like Taurus, they view you as someone who is like making a big deal out of nothing, or it could be vice versa. And you know, you have the Five of Wands here, and that's like misunderstandings, not seeing eye to eye. And the Sun is, I mean, there's a lot of warmth here. There's a lot of happiness between the two of you. Usually it seems like you two are just pleased as punch. You just love being around each other, but there's some sort of misunderstanding or some sort of argument that's happened that's not like the end of the world. It's not like infidelity, or not that infidelity is the end of the world for some people, but you know, it's just like petty. So why is your person so upset? Your person has the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is regret. They regret something. Clarify the Five of Cups. You get the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. I think your person may have, this is just going to be for a few of you. This may or may not resonate. Your person might regret spending money on something, or making a big purchase that wasn't worth it, or like an investment that didn't turn out. That's kind of what I'm getting here. And it was like a very impulsive, like, oh, I just want it, so I'm just gonna do it. Or this could also be, your person could also feel a lot of regret over, yeah, it's just like something didn't turn out the way they expected. And maybe it's the relationship as a whole. But you know, like the Two of Pentacles could be them overcomplicating things. It's like something happened, it wasn't that big of a deal, it got blown out of proportion, overcomplicated, and now there's a lot of regret over all that. But like your person is like, it looks like they bit the dust. They're just, I don't think that they think it's over. I don't even think that you think it's over now that I'm looking at all this. I think that there's just been something that's happened, a fight, an argument, and you guys have just taken some space. But your partner's being like very dramatic about it. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords, please, for Taurus's partners, not partner. Could be your partner, person on your mind. Their intentions this week. You have the Page of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, I don't know. They just seem like they're, woe is me. They're open to figuring out what the next steps are, absolutely. But they really want you to know that they feel very hurt. You really hurt their feelings, Taurus. This is not the most mature person. Why is their next steps towards Taurus the Devil here? Something's wrong. They're doing something not right. you get the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Person is very impulsive. Your person this week is dealing with some deep rooted attachment issues that is creating a lot of turmoil inside of them. It's toxic. It's not flattering. I think your person's rushing towards you this week in a way that's like, whoa, like slow your roll, back up a little bit. I'm still not like past whatever happened here, and it looks like they want to just come rushing in and be like, I'm sorry, let's just move on. But that doesn't solve anything, right? If there's going to be a rift in a relationship, this could be a friendship, this could be a coworker situation, it could be a family member. It doesn't have to be romantic by any means. If there's a rift, then there has to be repair. And a lot of times, like, we're so desperate to get back in the good graces of someone, or we're so desperate just to not lose someone, that whenever there's been a problem and they show back up, it's like, well, let's not talk about it because I don't want it to get worse. But that's really not the way that you repair anything. You have to focus on mending. I think that's what your person is doing this week, and I think it would be best, Taurus, if you were like, let's talk about it. You know, sometimes you just have to have those uncomfortable conversations. What you don't see coming, you have Justice, clarified by the High Priestess, the Four of Cups, and Justice again. You have so many doubles here. What you don't see coming, you definitely don't see coming. You have the High Priestess. The High Priestess does not show her cards. The High Priestess keeps things close to her chest. But the High Priestess can read between the lines. And the High Priestess can get in deep below the surface and look around and just observe. Doesn't have to say anything, doesn't have to take action. And I think that that's what you don't see coming this week, is that you are going to be noticing things about this person that you haven't seen before. Not because they weren't there, just because it wasn't part of your conscious awareness. And Justice is trying to make things fair and balance things out. And your person's going to have to face the music. Your person's going to have to face the music this week. They don't see that coming. And you know what? If it doesn't happen, I see you being very disappointed if they deflect or minimize whatever has happened here. Yeah, I think you might send them straight to jail. I'm just kidding. What's the advice here for Taurus? You have the Page of Swords for your advice. This could be an air sign. Page of Swords is like a storm's brewing. Prepare yourself. Figure out what you're going to say. You have the Six of Wands, King of Swords, and the King of Wands. Well, there's definitely, you're both here in the advice. There's two people here in the advice. Yeah, I think it's kind of like practice, maybe just practice what you're going to say. If you're not somebody who deals directly with conflict or is afraid of conflict or just doesn't like to ruffle feathers and, you know, wants to make everybody happy, just practice. And then when the opportunity arises, you will feel so much more confident in what you're going to convey. And it doesn't have to be like, you did this, you did that. It doesn't have to be blame. It could just be like, look, this is how you made me feel. This is how the situation is playing out for me. And this is what I would like going forward. And you'll come out on top. I think your person will also really admire you for that. And then going forward, you have like a new basis for how you deal with situations like this. I mean, overall, I think that this is very positive. Sometimes, you know, we have to have a little tiff It really teaches us a lot about not only our relationships, but ourselves. So this is what I have for you this week, Taurus. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.